10 things your dog doesn't like about you. As a dog owner, you might find yourself wondering why your pup stares at you all the time. It's a confusing but common occurrence, and if you're not careful, it might escalate into a dispute for seemingly no reason. It's not that our dogs don't love us, but sometimes we do things that tick them off. To know the 10 things your dog doesn't like about you, keep watching. Number 10. Using scented grooming products. A lot of chemicals in perfume and cologne are toxic to dogs. When a scent is applied to the skin, canines are relatively unusual to overlook their owners. It is due to the presence of chemicals, essential oils, and alcohol in perfume goods. All of these chemicals have overpowering odors that dogs despise. Furthermore, scents cover your natural body odor. Your distinct smell is the first things dogs use to recognize you. Even if you don't think you have a strong scent, you have a fragrance that your dog is great at picking up. Your dog will dislike it if you mask it with heavy fragrances. While perfumes and colognes have unpleasant aromas that dogs dislike, they should never be used as a repellent no matter how successful they are. Similarly, chemical compounds are included in nail paint, hairsprays, and other grooming products. Consider how familiar these kinds of items smell. Most individuals can recognize these things without ever looking at them, notably if they are familiar with them. If it has a strong odor to you, it will definitely be unpleasant for your dog too. Beauty cosmetics should never be used as a deterrent. If you want to use them for yourself, keep your dog in a well-ventilated place where the fumes will not impact him. Alternatively, you can choose natural beauty products that lack harsh chemicals. Number 9. Dressing them up. Some canines hate the feel of clothing. Dogs with thick fur might overheat, so they should be kept as naked as practically possible. Other dogs dislike being trapped and will yank at any new garments to get them off. Furthermore, some dogs are uneasy or nervous, and the unexpected attention and stroking can be scary. Let your dog make the decision. Also, any costume that hinders your dog's ability to do its daily activities is not a smart idea. Nothing should stop your dog from accessing their food or water bowls or lying or moving freely. If your dog is moving strangely or appears to be in pain, it's time to take off the costume. Moreover, if your dog freezes and refuses to move, it is unhappy and you must stop immediately. Number 8. Yelling consistently. Nobody enjoys being scolded or forcefully punished. Dogs cannot understand what we are saying, but they can sense our emotions when we're yelling or upset. If you have a gentle or scared dog, you might find that scolding and severe punishment bother or terrify them. Fear does not equal respect, and using these strategies will not help your relationship in any way. Even if your dog seems aloof or overly joyful, you will probably discover that yelling and severe punishment are ineffective in the long term since your dog gets desensitized. Positive reinforcement is the most successful method of training in general. Instead of yelling or hitting your dog, consider diverting it to the desired action to rectify unacceptable behavior. Train your dog to drop it or leave it to prevent it from eating or biting something that it shouldn't. You can teach it to say "come" or "watch me" when it is doing anything wrong. Make sure to encourage your dog when it follows through. Dogs are more inclined to listen to you when you make a particular request than a general "no" or "stop it." Number 7. Not letting them sniff. Dogs like going on walks for reasons other than exercise. Taking your dog for a walk outside allows them to explore the world. They discover the world with their nose, so rushing them through the walk or yanking their leash when they want to sniff at something is pretty rude if you think about it. It's like someone pulling you by the arm through your favorite store without letting you stop and look at anything. It would be really irritating if it happened all the time, wouldn't it? So, the next time you take your dog on a walk, allow them plenty of time to investigate their surroundings. Number 6. Leaving them alone too often. Dogs are social animals who absolutely hate being left alone. Some dogs find comfort in the company of another dog, while others prefer human interaction. Some dogs in severe circumstances truly fear being left alone and suffer from separation anxiety. The issue is that most dog owners must work to afford all of that fancy dog food. You must also have a life, go on errands, take holidays, and so on. Of course, your dog isn't aware of all this, so what's the answer? When you're home, spend as long as possible with your dog. Spend some time bonding with your dog. Create a regular schedule that includes lots of exercise and cognitive stimulation. If you travel regularly, choose a dependable pet sitter with whom your dog feels at ease. If you travel frequently, think about whether it's appropriate to have a dog at all. Number 5. Disregarding their boundaries. Boundaries are important for dogs just like they are with people. We've all had that situation where your dog slams on the brakes and denies going somewhere and doing something. Perhaps it's the bathtub. It's usually the vet. Sometimes it's the car, and other times it's a certain street. It could even be a specific person or animal that your dog avoids. Most of the time, your dog denies it because it is afraid or has a phobia. When you deliberately put your dog in such a scenario, you are putting them under stress. It is a practice known as flooding, and it doesn't always work to make them accustomed to the environment. A better approach would be to ease your dog into the environment. Keep a safe space between you and him and praise him for being quiet. Gradually extend the dog's contact to the trigger and praise their non-reaction. Number 4. Hugging them. We know this one breaks your heart a little. It's adorable to see images of humans holding pets, but the reality isn't so nice. Many dogs actually hate being hugged, especially by strangers. Arms wrapped around a dog's neck or chest can be interpreted as a threat. Most dogs tolerate gentle hugs from trustworthy humans, but this does not imply that they enjoy them. Allowing the dog to snuggle on its own grounds and petting him around the back and chest is preferable. Of course, some dogs like being hugged. You must be familiar with your own dog and learn their limitations. Please take note of their body language to understand better how they feel when you hug them. They are probably uncomfortable if they lean away, avert their gaze, yawn, lick their lips, have a troubled expression, or make other appeasement actions. Number 3. Being upset. Life is full of ups and downs. It is unrealistic to expect to be happy all of the time. Problem is, your four-legged friend can sense the smallest change in your mood. If you are suffering from sadness, stress, or loss, your dog will undoubtedly suffer as well. Some dogs can mimic your feelings, becoming depressed or even unwell. Others will become bored and frustrated and act out as a result of a lack of stimulation. Make an effort to stick to a routine and spend quality time with your dog. Dogs can provide excellent emotional support. Number 2. Forcing them to play with other dogs. Early socialization is critical for puppy growth. However, for a number of reasons, a dog can have missed out on specific components of puppyhood socialization and training. Canines that do not receive early socialization can be aggressive to other dogs or scared of unknown humans. Some dogs that did not get early socialization struggle with interaction, such as at the groomer's or veterinarian's office. Your dog can become uncomfortable any place outside of their regular routine at home or during fireworks. Number 1. Staring at them. Staring into your spouse's eyes can be a meaningful statement of your love, but maintaining eye contact with your dog shows the opposite of love. It's a sign of aggression. A prolonged gaze is an indication of conflict or hostility in dogs. Even though they appear to be fine with it at times, they are most likely exhibiting subtle stress signs that you're not picking up on. So it's better to avoid prolonged stares. So which of these things do you do? And do you know better now? Share with us in the comments below. And if you haven't already, make sure to hit the like, share, and subscribe button. Thanks for watching.